Hey, what's up, visionaries? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Anton, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day, because I am just letting you know that since doing this video, I've done a full album reaction to the entire album that this song is on. So if you want to check out that entire full album reaction, first link down below. And that's it. So let's get straight into the reaction. Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the Artificial Fam Jam. My name is Anton, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day, because it is our STARSET full album reaction period. And we are coming to the end of the record. We're the last half, I think the last quarter now, and we are on Bringing It Down version 2.0. So far, my favorite songs in this record have been number one. Actually, we're going to go in, I always do it like 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3, 2, 1. Number 3 is Last to Fall. Number 2 is Die For You. And number 1 is obviously Ricochet, because that is an absolute masterpiece. And yeah, this has been a great record so far. I feel like Last to Fall really was like the turning point that I really needed. But before we get into this, I do want to say thank you to all of you guys for being so awesome. You guys rock. Thank you for all the love and all the support. Also, if you guys have been really resonating with all the content and you want to stay up to date with all the videos, content, channel updates, live streams, all that kind of stuff, definitely consider subscribing, join the family. We'd love to have you, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all of that stuff. Also, if you guys want to choose what songs we react to every single week, every single Sunday, and what album we react to every single month, just like this one, this was voted on, be sure to check out the Patreon down below. And if you want to get your hands on official ArcVision merchandise, be sure to check out the ArcVision apparel store down below. And if you want to get a hold of me or the community, be sure to check out our Discord. DM me anytime. I love hearing from you guys. And that's it. So without further ado, let's get into STARSET Bringing It Down version 2.0. I love their music videos.
You guys will never get my money. No one's getting my money.
What's the money? Oh, diamonds. That reminded me of like Harry Potter there for a second. That castle, that was incredible. Wow. I don't know if that's computer generated or a real thing. It looked a bit computer generated. But anyway, I want to get another look at that, because that reminds me of Harry Potter, man. One of my favorite book series of all time. And movies.
I saw the creature deep inside. You opened up your cage. Pathetic insect trying to flame. I'm falling apart inside your holographic heart. Our souls dancing, and now the lies collapsing.
Huh. Okay, so here's another Black Mirror kind of video. Man, I love it when they have these like really Black Mirror-ish music videos. It's sick, because that used to be one of my favorite TV shows. But yeah, so I think what happened was, is he the descendant of, so is he the son of this billionaire? And he has the billionaire's body right there, and he's trying to tap into the, almost like Neuralink, Elon Musk. He's going to try to extract the memories of where his father, I'm guessing, hid his money. And I have some perspectives on memory and just what memory even is later in the video, if I remember. This is why a lot of the time I try to keep things brief in the video as much as I can, but a lot of the time I just forget what I wanted to say. But anyway, let's get back into it. Hopefully I remember. I was gonna say it reminds me, but you can't. So anyway, let's get back into it.
I see a crimson thief hanging on heartstrings, dripping bleach, victim with hands in sleeves. Your light swan sings as I read.
Or is she the daughter of the billionaire? Oh man.
Your light swan sings as I reach. I'm falling apart inside your heart like graphic heart. Lost souls dancing, and now the line's collapsing. There's something inside you that isn't right. There's something that haunts your dreams at night. There's something that you have lost, that you're bringing it down. You're bringing it down on top of us. See, maybe I thought I had it. I came so close this time. I knew your heart was plastic. I still thought I could make it. I There's something inside you that isn't right. Something that haunts your dreams. There's something that you have lost, that you're bringing it down. You're bringing it down on top of us.
No way. That was a twist. Man, that was a sick music video. Oh my gosh. I love, where is that? Is that Prague? Is that Belgium? It's Europe. Looks like one of the more Scandinavian European cities. But that was awesome. That was a sick song. That's probably in my top 6. Yeah, it's probably in my top 6, top 7. Good song. Didn't like love it, but I liked it quite a bit. This one, I liked the idea even more. But yeah, I just didn't even tune into the fact that she had a bomb strap. Like it wasn't until I saw the countdown that I was like, oh, it's a bomb. Oh, it's all about her. I didn't even know like they were threatening her. I didn't even know that. But yeah, so it's really interesting with memory, because I've been looking into memory, or just randomly come across in podcasts when I listen to scientific podcasts. But there's a new kind of theory that memory is there's essentially, it's tied into the holographic universe theory, that we could be living in a simulation. One reason why they think it might be a simulation is that they don't know where memory is actually held, apparently. Some of you who may be like into quantum physics, you might actually know the answer. But from what I've gathered, no one knows where memory actually exists, because I think what they've tried to do is they've tried to dissect the brain and try to find where memory is. But what they've done is whenever they dissect part of the brain that should hypothetically take away memories, all the memories are left intact, but the intensity of their sensory input has been damaged. So it's just smaller. It's like a lower fidelity. So almost like you can't like rip half a hologram out. It, like when you extract part of a hologram, it doesn't actually take any part of the hologram out. It just reduces the fidelity of the image. So they found that memory acts in a certain kind of way, which would make sense that like memory is a hologram. That's kind of a hypothesis. There's probably various hypotheses. And then this is where it gets really interesting. That a friend of my father's came over a couple weeks ago, and you know, we were joking. Something moved in the house, and I just joked. I was like, "Oh, it's probably a ghost." And he's like, "Oh, it could be." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because like I'm really into like ghosts and stuff, and paranormal phenomenon. And I asked him what he was referring to, and he's like, "Oh, I have full-on beliefs in ghosts." I was like, "Oh, like really? You don't really seem like someone who'd strike me to be into that kind of thing." But he mentioned that his old house was haunted, and then we started getting other phenomena, and he's had 2 near-death experiences where he actually died twice as a kid because he was allergic to everything. And so what happened was he was explaining this time where he literally died, and when he was dead, when he came back to life, he asked the doctor about some of the things they were doing when he was dead. And the doctor didn't really know what was going on. He was like, what do you mean? And then it dawned on the doctor that the things that my father's friend, Craig, was referring to were things that he didn't have any consciousness to experience. He was literally dead at the time. He would be talking about things they were saying, things they're referring to. The fact that the doctor had to leave the room at one point and then come back. Or the surgeon, I believe. But so what was interesting is the doctor's like, that's impossible. And so now Craig, for the rest of his life, has been kind of interested in paranormal phenomena, out-of-body experiences and stuff. Because again, they're doing a lot of these paranormal ops kind of testing now, apparently. I know at Stanford they're doing some. I think Johns Hopkins are doing some. Brown University, I forget, James Brown or something. And actually another one of my friends is actually in doing some of those experiments as well. She's over there right now. And so where this all gathers is that supposedly memory is actually not fully allocated in the human brain. Apparently consciousness is actually not a product of the human brain. The human brain decodes consciousness. And what I've heard is that the ether, so the space between matter that we think is full of nothing, is actually full of a lot. It's definitely full of something. And one thing is this is like a conduit. The ether is like this, almost like gold, or like it kind of allows electricity, because the universe, it seems, is electric frequency, right? Everything's frequency, everything's electric. Everything has a pulse, essentially. And then when it doesn't, there's no pulse, right? And so what they're thinking is that the ether is this conduit of information and electricity. And that this is where you get into the idea of, genetic memories or past lives or the collective unconscious, as Carl Jung would talk about, because perhaps what the ether does is the ether might be like a hard drive storing, like, because I think quantum computers or something, they use liquid, they use water as a storage mechanism. Look into this, it's really interesting. You can actually use water because it can hold the most amount of data. And so possibly this ether is almost like a liquid substance or whatever that's like microscopic, subatomic. And what happens is these memories of the entire universe and of our planet are gathered in this ether. And what I've heard referred to is that as, how would you describe it? Our memories are strongest and the most egotistical, literally the most referring to us as that space closes in on us. So essentially, like Anton, my memories are the memories directly within my aura, you could say, because other cultures talk about auras, where it's like how big your aura is. So perhaps the larger and the more spacious your aura is, the more memories you can tap into. And as your aura comes closer, it gets like from the collective unconscious to the subconscious to the conscious, right? And as your aura or as your magnetic field or whatever you want to call it, as that energy field, it gets closer and closer to your body, the more specific the memories are, the more specific the consciousness. And then so the wider of an aura you have, or the wider of a magnetic field or whatever, perhaps that's where you can get into you can start connecting on a more subconscious level. People claim to be able to pick up on auras, they can feel that or see that and connect with it, Reiki, stuff like that, if you believe in that. And then also you can get into genetic memory and the memories of all human beings and even just maybe organisms in the universe, as you can start to tap into other frequency fields as that magnetic pulse or whatever goes outwards. And this is what Craig and I were talking, because he didn't know this. And so I was referring to, maybe that's why when people have out-of-body experiences, they're aware of information they shouldn't be aware of because their brain was shut off, meaning their consciousness should have been shut off, right? They shouldn't have been able to process information, but somehow they're able to process information of what happened in that room. And also you seem to have this like out-of-body experience where he said he was looking at everything going on from behind the light, because usually when you're there's surgery or whatever, there's a light on top of you or whatever, right? And he's like, I was behind that light watching everything that was happening. So that's interesting too, that out-of-body experiences, you're aware of observing yourself. So what if, like, as you die, your soul, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, your unique consciousness, your unique soul, your unique spirit, what if that actually goes further back and it's able to tap into the memories, observations of an out-of-body experience? And then as it goes further and further and further and dissipates even more, it loses its connection to this vessel. So like if he would technically continue to go off, it's like maybe in death, what happens is death unlocks the soul in a sense. And the longer you're dead, the further the soul is allowed to dissipate until it has no connection with your vessel anymore, your dead vessel. And so an out-of-body experience is this perfect distance between the ether and your vessel, that you are still aware that your vessel is your own and that you belong to this body, but you're also able to have an out-of-body experience and tapping into much more than you usually are consciously aware of. So that's the thought. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really excited about what's coming next. And if you guys enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, best way to do so is like the video. That'd be awesome. If you resonate with everything we're doing here, definitely subscribe, join the family. And if you guys are interested in choosing what song we react to, what songs, plural, we react to every single Sunday, and what album we react to every single month, just like this one, be sure to check out the Patreon down below. Also, if you want to get your hands on official ArcVision merchandise, be sure to check out the ArcVision apparel store down below. And if you want to get a hold of myself or the community Discord, feel free to DM me. I love hearing from you guys, especially those that leave big, long messages. And lastly, if you guys are interested in listening to my podcast, the ArcVision podcast, I'll throw a link in the description below. So I'll see you again tomorrow. I love all of you. Be